Hi there everyone, my name is Courtney Gaddis and I'm making this video for my Western Civilizations research project. For this project, I researched the early life and rise to power of Napoleon Bonaparte, Emperor of France. I chose this subject because I thought that Napoleon's wish to change the current happenings of his time made people see him as both a tyrant and a hero of the French. And also his story is very relatable to people today. We're able to see the hardships he went through in his life and how he rose to the position of Emperor of France. He created ideas that were important to changes in France and created French nationalism. So, let's start at the very beginning. Napoleon Bonaparte was born in 1769 on Corsica, an island off the coast of France. It was soon annexed into France a few years later. However, people didn't really like Corsicans. When he was 8 years old, he left Corsica to get an education in France. Or to just get some croissants, we're not really sure. Even though his family were considered to be nobles in Corsica, the French people, obviously, like I said, did not accept the people from Corsica and saw them as less valuable than French citizens. Napoleon was in France getting an education. He was considered an outsider. However, instead of staying and sulking in his sadness, he worked to become the Rousseau of his generation. Napoleon worked hard and eventually that knowledge and determination paid off. He was able to go to the École Militaire, the Royal Military School in Paris, in the artillery branch because of his intelligence. After this, he was seen as a military genius and a conquering hero in 1797. In 1799, he took part in the coup d'etat to overthrow the government. This action made Napoleon Bonaparte even more famous and an even better leader. Finally, in 1802, the French people voted him the first consul of France. The consul of France was a lifetime role, which was in preparation for becoming the emperor. Now, Napoleon Bonaparte was not like any other leader because he rose to power through military power. He also gained power through propaganda. During his time as a leader, he changed France by adding new territory. Bonaparte established the Bank of France, made new laws and codes, and built transportation systems. By creating these new things and updating French society, Napoleon encouraged French nationalism. In summation, Napoleon Bonaparte was a leader who climbed the ladder of success. His desire to change and gain power was admirable. He moved from a high position in the army to first consul of France and then on to emperor. He was a revolutionary thinker who had a desire to change the current situation of our world, just like many people do today. So I took away from his life, and I think you should too, two very big and important things. First, that no matter what situation you are in, whether you're born into nobility or not, one can always have the desire to change the world. And number two, that knowledge is important and valuable. People should always remember that learning is important and that you should gain as much knowledge as you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!